Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the final broadcast of March for Falls Count Anywhere here on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Erik Dunn here, still at home, Bridgewater, Massachusetts. I am not in Attleboro, nor was I last week. The last time you guys heard me, it was Thursday. That's because last Wednesday I was very under the weather and I was very out of it, and things had to be changed on the fly. Fortunately, I've made some progress. Still kind of not really feeling the best, but I'm getting there. But rivalries, is something that for WWE they got to thrive on. That's their bread and butter. And throughout the time we have together, SmackDown from Friday night and Raw from this past Monday night, they all have one thing in common. The rivalries are getting even more heated and even more intense. For those that watched the ending to Raw Monday night, I think you know what I'm talking about. Never underestimate the work of a heel, especially if it looks like the heel could be stronger than the babyface. And the same can be said the other way around. So I got SmackDown and Raw results for you. And then the return of the Slammies. Yes. For those that remember the Slammy Awards, WWE is bringing them back. Break down all that information for you there. John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. WrestleMania 40 update. That'll be towards the end of our broadcast together. You can find me right here on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Twitch every Wednesday at 5 live. Unless, God forbid, something would have happened like what happened on Thursday. Buy me a coffee at When I'm Broadcasting is also a way that you can help support this show and this company. Um, Red Circle, Amazon, Google, Spotify, TuneIn, and Podbean Podcasts is where you will also be able to find us. Please do follow us on our Facebook, YouTube, and Kick channels, as well as our Instagram, so you guys will be able to stay in touch more and be able to get up-to-date information on RIB. So with that being said, I want to inform all of you at this time. This is broadcast of Falls Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Rhode Island Broadcasting for the private use of our audience in any publication. Reuse or redistribution by anyone is not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared and is greatly appreciated. So for everything right now, next Wednesday is going to be the big show, pun intended. Big show. Here's what I'm talking about by that. We are 10 days away from WrestleMania 40 in Philly. Next week is my predictions of the entire card, given the entire card preview, and breaking down maybe some surprises. Or should I say, predict some surprises I hope you could happen. So let's start things off with SmackDown Friday night. This involved Cody and Roman face to face. And after a promising to come to the ring alone, Reigns decided to bring Jimmy and Solo into the mix, which brought World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins and Jey Uso to get Cody Rhodes back. If you go back and watch that segment, what is it that was proven? You cannot trust Reigns. You cannot trust him with a 10-foot pole. You can't touch him with a 39.5-foot pole. I'm sorry. Like, you can't trust him. So, that was a very interesting ending to that. And it was very unconfusing for how that was going to be going out that way. And maybe on a good side too, the Street Profits has qualified for the WrestleMania 40 tag team title match, which is tremendous. But it's not just me. Cody Rhodes has been getting so much better, not just at the promos he gives, but how he cooks. Um, the promos that he's just ripping off so fluently right now speaks to how much he's involved his character, but who he is as a person. Now, when I talk about WWE and I talk about the legends that have come through the door of this company and were great mic talkers, not just good wrestlers, but great mic talkers. These are the names I would list: John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes. If you had to give me a top five of people that can cook when they talk, there's your five right there. And I mean, like, currently active right now. CM Punk is not active. Drew McIntyre, I would even put him up there. Seth Rollins, probably not. I mean, but on the same token, John Cena, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, in my eyes, are the Mount Rushmore of the best talkers in the history of WWE. Now, not everyone's going to have my opinion, but those are three of the best, if not the best. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Yes, I just realized that Mount Rushmore has four. Sorry, I probably should have reworded that. But Cena, Rock, and Austin are three of the best, if not three, the if not the three very best mic talkers in the history of WWE. They're three of the best, period. But the ones that are the best currently right now, Cody, Seth, Roman, CM Punk, Seth. Those are the five right now in WWE that are the best talkers on the mic. But those five can back it up in the ring. It's just a shame that with Punk's injury right now, we're still going to have to wait for him. Oh, speaking of Raw, let's talk about that right now. So Cody kicked off Raw, and Rock made a surprise visit when he was expected to be at the Raw in Brooklyn the week after, on the first. Shocked the hell out of everyone. I was surprised. I was like, "Why is Rock here? He wasn't supposed to be here." And he left Cody shocked with a secret ahead of WrestleMania Saturday. We are never gonna know what that is until we hit that. We're never gonna know. But CM Punk returned to engage in a war of words with Seth and declared his intention to be on commentary for the World Heavyweight title match at WrestleMania. And then um, during Jay's match with Shinsuke, Jimmy and Solo emerged. Then Cody and Seth charged to meet them ringside. Drew McIntyre soon joined the fray and took out the Visionary with his Future Shark DDT. But inside the ring, Jay picked up the victory with the DDT, but the fireworks were just getting started. With Rollins taken out, the American Nightmare was left vulnerable as he brawled to the backstage area. That's where he met the final boss, and Rock proceeded to beat Cody to a pulp during a ruthless, bloody parking lot attack in the pouring rain. I'm going to get a little bit more into that portion when I give you the Cena Austin stuff. But here's the whole thing that I looked at. Actually, you know what? No. You know what? I'm actually not going to do that. I'm actually going to do that right now. Because since we're speaking of that, this is what I'm going to say. This is the update I have for you on the Cena and Stone Cold plans for WrestleMania 40. Cena's been absent since November. We already knew that. Austin's been gone since WrestleMania 38. We've already known that. During a recent episode of Raw, WWE subtly teased Austin and Cena's participation. They teased occurred during Rock's assault on Cody, which escalated and they took the fight outside. The broadcast focused on a production chart, the USA broadcast, displaying images of Austin and Cena, fueling fan speculation. And it hinted that something significant is brewing, including these legends. Because the truth is, everything is done on purpose. Because 2 weeks out for WrestleMania, the backdrop of these WrestleMania-specific trucks last night would have sufficed. You have one picture. One picture is Charlotte and Drew. The other is Seth, Jay, and Logan Paul. But however, listen to this too. It's a truck. That's the big thing. The WWE camera focused on a truck displaying the faces of two of The Rock's biggest rivals, Cena and Austin, and it's fueled their speculation about their potential return for WrestleMania. Here, the appearance of The Rock, who has a storied history against Cena and Austin at WrestleMania, adds to the intrigue. Now, as you know, pro wrestling fans are wondering if these iconic figures will cross paths, but given how the Bloodline dominated the past matches alongside The Rock, most of all, the recent reports have suggested that WWE has plans involving Cena, Austin, and even Undertaker. Even Undertaker. Think about that for just 1 second. Cena, Austin, Undertaker, Bloodline with Rock. Could they all be helping Cody? Before I go any further here, Checker Power. Yep. Chakra Power off of Twitch, I believe. Thank you very much for being here and for joining us here. But could it happen? Austin is still cleared to compete. He got cleared to be able to even wrestle Kevin Owens 2 years ago. Undertaker, even though it retired, he could still go if they needed him to. Not a full-on 30-minute match, but if it had to involve something with the Bloodline, they would get involved. Can you imagine if that glass shatters and it's Austin and Cena teaming up together? Like, can you picture that? Cena, Austin side by side taking out the Bloodline. Just think about that. Think about that. How interesting could that be? Okay, with that being said, we're going to take our break here. When we come back, I got the return of the Slammy Awards and Cena's update. I gave a Cena and Austin update from Raw, but I want to give you an overall about Cena. I'll break that down for you after a word from my Rhode Island broadcasting station. You're watching Falls Count Anywhere here on Rhode Island Broadcasting Network, and I will be right back. Welcome back to Falls Count Anywhere. So, I gave the Cena and Austin update. Now, let me give you just the Cena one here. So, Cena may have just teased his WWE return to get involved in a major WrestleMania feud. Why it must happen? Listen to this. Cena has been around WWE for a while now. He returned to Hollywood after the writer's strike ended, and he's been very busy with the schedule. He even earned quite a few followers after portraying Ricky Stenicki in his latest movie. There we go. Coming to his WWE audience, maybe it's time for the champ to turn his focus on them for a while. It's established that at WrestleMania 40, it's going to be the biggest in the event's history, but it will feel incomplete without the leader of the C Nation. Fans might be in luck because Cena took to his social media with a post about Jay and Jimmy at WrestleMania. His post read, "Yeet or to be yeeted. Yeet or be yeeted." We know yeet, yeet is heavily associated with Jay, main event Jay. Since his post supports it, it's possible he's hinting towards his inclusion in Jay versus Jimmy at the show of shows. So the big question is, why should Cena become a part of that? Cena's return would add more star power. With The Rock already present, it will turn out to be an excellent experience to have Cena there. It'll work even better if the champ and the People's Champ stand on opposing sides. Next, Jimmy will have Solo in his corner during the match to neutralize the Enforcer's looming threat. The champ can be in Jay's corner and ensure that Solo doesn't interfere. It'll be the first time Cena and Solo will meet each other since the Enforcer defeated the champ at Crown Jewel. Cena can aim to take some form of revenge against Solo for squashing him in Saudi Arabia. Finally, Cena will most likely not be a part of intense in-ring action. He wouldn't want to risk any injury, especially since it might be a one-time thing. Keeping that in mind, he can be inserted into the match as the referee or an outside enforcer. This way, he'll be able to make the most of his WrestleMania 40 appearance. But the 60-time world champion has revealed whether he wants to be at WrestleMania. During the promotion of his newest movie, Ricky Stenicki, Cena appeared on the Drew Barrymore show where the topic of WrestleMania came up. During it, he revealed he would love to be a part of the event. He hasn't been asked to be or received an invite yet. It's unknown if WWE has extended an invite to him since his appearance on the show, but the WWE Universe hopes to see him there. So do I. You know, Michael Cole said this 8 years ago at 32 in Dallas. It wouldn't be WrestleMania without Cena. 100%. It would not be WrestleMania without him. Cena should be there. Such special enforcer, ref, competitor. I mean, get Cena there. And let's see what, he can do. Because I think it'd be huge if they can get Cena there. Hopefully for next week's broadcast, we'll have more updates on Cena and just going through the motions of seeing what could happen there. Unfortunately, I do not have any news on Brock Lesnar. I have not seen any updates or any information that he's going to come to WrestleMania. If I had to put my money down on when Brock would return, if he ever did come back, it'll probably be the Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania. I guarantee you that. Unless I see something in the next 7 days, I'm not gonna say anything. And now the ending. The Slammies are coming back. Listen to this. The Slammy Awards are back. WWE's iconic award show makes its triumphant return with the 2024 Slammies. It will stream live from WWE World of WrestleMania on their social platforms on Sunday, April 7th. The best part of all, you, the WWE Universe, will be voting to decide who will leave WrestleMania weekend with a Slammy in their hands. It'll be hosted by Big E and Kathy Kelly, with special appearances by WWE superstars. So be sure to tune in to WWE social channels to stay in touch. These are the categories. And the superstars that are listed under that category. All right, listen to this. First one, female superstar of the year: Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Io Sky, and Becky Lynch. Okay, that is for female superstar of the year. Now, if I had to put my money on it, I would pick Bianca because of how much she was able to do in 23. Now, would I say male superstar of the year? I would definitely pick Cody because of how much he had to fight back. But it's Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Gunther, and Logan Paul. But if I had to pick a superstar of the year, mostly just because of how much work that was done, I would pick Seth because of how much work he put in. And he put in a lot of work. Now, best entrance. You've got Cody, Roman, Bianca Belair, Seth, Rhea Ripley, and Becky Lynch, The Rock, Dominic Mysterio. I would definitely pick Cody for best entrance. Next one, return of the year. This is going to be hard. CM Punk, Rock, Jax, Randy Orton, Naomi. If I had to think of return of the year, it would definitely be CM Punk. No one expected him to come back. Now, the OMG moment of the year. Ray punches Dominic. CM Punk returns. Io Sky cashes money in the bank. Damage control turns on Bayley. Cody slaps Rock. Rock slaps Cody. I would say the OMG moment of the year, I would say probably Rock slaps Cody. That has to be. I mean, it's going to be tough, but that's what I think it is. Breakout star of the year: Jay Uso, Tiffany Stratton, Pretty Deadly, Dragon Lee, LA Knight. I think it's going to be Jay because of how much he was able to do when he left the bloodline. Social star of the year: Grayson Waller, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Chelsea Green, Liv Morgan. I think it's gonna have to be Logan Paul. I don't see anyone else that could probably take this. Faction of the year: Judgment Day, Alpha Academy, Imperium, Bloodline, Damage Control. I'm probably gonna have to say Judgment Day. I don't think Bloodline did much at all in 23. Rivalry of the year. All right, so rivalry of the year. You've got Seth versus Drew, Dom versus Ray, Bianca versus Damage Control, Roman versus Cody, R-Truth versus Judgment Day. I think it's going to be Roman and Cody. Now, NXT Superstar of the Year. Legia Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, Lara Volkera, Tiffany Stratton, and Braun Breaker. I think it's going to be Breaker because he got called up. Now, Match of the Year. This is where it's going to be a tough one here. You got Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, Roman Reigns versus Sammy, Gunther versus Chad, Oscar, Belair, and Charlotte, or Charlotte and Rhea. I think it's going to be Roman and Zayn because of how much that crowd of Montreal was behind him. And so I believe that is all for that. And I believe it is. Yep. So basically, to sum that up for you, and we're also going to be redoing that again on next week so I can actually tell you how I did. So as I mentioned to you before, these are the categories: female superstar of the year, male superstar of the year, number 3, best entrance, number 4, return of the year, number 5, the OMG moment of the year, number 6, breakout superstar of the year, number number 7, social star of the year, number 8, faction of the year, number 9, rivalry of the year, and finally NXT superstar of the year. And number 11, the match of the year. So there are, in total, 11 Slammies during this event. So let's just keep that in mind. There's 11 awards for this event. So the big question is, who's going to win them all? In 11 days on WrestleMania Sunday, who will be taking home those Slammies? We will find out. But I'll probably go through it with y'all again. I just give you guys a dry run on that. But I will say, the hardest thing for WWE right now and everything that they're doing is building the last week of momentum that they can have with this. SmackDown Friday night, Raw next Monday, and SmackDown next Friday are going to have to be huge. Next week is the final Raw and SmackDown before WrestleMania. I'm telling you right now, I don't know what they're going to do, but if I had to put my money down on it, and this is a shot, this is a shot in the dark. I actually want to see real quick. I want to see where they're going to be. So Monday is in Brooklyn. Yep. Monday for Raw, they are in Brooklyn. And then they're going to be in Philly for the remainder of the week. SmackDown's actually in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center. And that will be before they go into WrestleMania. I'm telling you guys, next week is going to be one of the biggest weeks in the history of WWE. They have really got to do something good with this, and that's my hope is that they're going to bring it home and they're going to deliver. But I'm confident that for WWE, they're going to deliver. So with all that being said, next week's broadcast, this is what I'm going to be doing for you, giving you the entire card, breaking it all down, giving you my predictions on that card, and we'll look back on the Slammies one more time, and I'll give you my predictions for each category again. And there's 11 total. So next week, WrestleMania 40 preview and the Slammies and anything else that could be a surprise in my eyes will be delivered for you on False Count Anywhere. So, on behalf of the man behind the scenes, the creator of Rhode Island Broadcasting, Ron Rigo, this is Erik Dunn saying so long and thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This has been a presentation of Falls Count Anywhere here on Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Guys, I'll have a great ending to March. Happy Easter to everybody out there. I'll see you for the first week of April when we'll be 3 nights away from WrestleMania. Right now we're 10, but the countdown is still on. Closer, closer, and closer. Until next week, guys, thank you so much for watching and for listening.